Hi everyone, welcome to the first video in the Shine On curriculum, Introduction to NASA and Introduction to Space. My name's Megan.
My name's Taylor.
And my name's Samantha. So NASA is the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Aeronautics is the study of air travel. NASA is America's space program and the world's leader in space exploration and air travel research. NASA studies the Earth, including our climate, our sun, our solar system, and beyond by advancing science, technology, and engineering.
So what is space? Space is everything that we can touch, feel, sense, measure, or detect. It's everything around us. It includes living things, planets, stars, galaxies, dust clouds, light, and even time. The universe contains billions of galaxies, each containing millions or billions of stars. The space between the stars and galaxies is mostly empty. It would take a modern jet fighter more than 1 million years to reach the nearest star to the sun. It takes about 3 Earth days to get to the moon, and it took the Perseverance rover 7 months to get to Mars. So go ahead and stop and think, what is a planet in our solar system?
So the International Space Station is an orbiting space science lab, meaning it revolves or goes around the Earth in a circular path. The ISS orbits 250 miles above our Earth at speeds of 5 miles per second. And with 16 orbits in a day, astronauts see 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets. As you can see, the walls of the ISS are covered in computers and science experiments.
Hi, this is Oda from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Imagine that you are an astronaut, and you and your family are living on board the International Space Station, orbiting above Earth around 250 miles, going around once every hour and a half. And the International Space Station, though it's really big, about the size of 2 football fields, only has a little bit of room for the astronauts to move around inside. Think of it like school buses parked end to end. That's where the laboratories and the astronaut quarters are. And you can imagine that might get a little cramped with a lot of people inside. So you're there with your family and you still need to do everything you normally do during a day. What do you normally do during a day? Well, I bet you probably go to school. Now, at school, you're learning. You're on the International Space Station, so you can't go to school. But you could still learn. How can you do that? Well, maybe your teacher has assignments for you to complete. Maybe you have a book to read. Or maybe you could surf on the internet and find something brand new to learn about. The important thing is continue learning. Maybe you even learn how to cook. Do you know how to cook? It's a fun thing to learn and you can use it for the rest of your life. Another thing you want to do is exercise. The astronauts keep their bodies healthy by exercising every day. Astronauts in the space station often use a treadmill. Now, a treadmill is great. You can run in place. But in space, everything will float. So you would float off the treadmill. The important thing to remember is to put on bungee cords if you're in space. Put them onto your shoulders so it can hold you down to the treadmill so you can run and get strong. What kind of exercise can you do besides the treadmill? Could you do jumping jacks? Could you do push-ups? What can you do? Another thing astronauts like to do is look out the window at beautiful Earth. Earth is beautiful whether you are in space or whether you are just looking out the window of your home. Look out the window of your home and see what's out there. What season is it? Are things changing from day to day? Is there some beautiful architecture? Look for plants. Are there any plants growing? Do they change from day to day? Think about documenting that with a camera. Take pictures just like the astronauts do from space. Hi, this is Oda from NASA's Jet Propulsion.
Okay, so now that we watched the video, take a second and turn to your neighbor and answer these few questions. Teachers, after I'm done reading them, you can pause this video. Would you want to live in the International Space Station? What cool things do you think that you would see up there? And what would you miss most about Earth?
So who is there? The ISS has astronauts from all over the world. NASA, which is America, Roscosmos, which is Russia, CSA, which is Canada, JAXA, which is Japan, ESA, which is Europe. Expedition 55 will be going up next month. We'll be talking to Shane Kimbrough, Thomas Pesquet, Megan MacArthur, and Akihiko Hoshide.
So what do the astronauts do on the ISS? Well, they study space and they do space science. Astronauts are trained to conduct experiments in biology, technology, earth and space science, and physical science. And the astronauts themselves are floating experiments because they could teach us on Earth about how the effects of space affect our bodies.
Okay, so now we're going to do a little activity and you're going to create your own planet, something that you, if you were an astronaut, might see in space. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a plain white piece of paper and draw a circle and then cut it out. As you create your planet, think about these 5 questions. Is your planet made of gas, ice, water, solid land, or a mixture? What type of habitat does your planet have? Does it have plants, trees, water? What color is your planet and why is it that color? Can your planet have life? Are there animals there? Are there bugs there? Are there people there? Are there plants there? And finally, is your planet hot or is your planet cold? This is my planet. I named it Planet Stitch because it's blue. It's completely made out of gas. So if a person was going to try to stand on it, they would fall right through. So no one can live on this planet. It's blue because the gases mix together and make it that color. And also because of the gases, it's really, really cold.
If you could ask an astronaut anything, what would you ask? As your teachers may have already told you, before May 6th, you'll be able to submit your own questions to the astronauts aboard the ISS. These questions should be open-ended, which means that they are not yes or no questions. The astronauts will explain their answers during the downlink. Some questions could be, what do you miss most about Earth? Or what did you pack to bring with you?
Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you learned a little something about space and the International Space Station. And we hope that you continue to watch our videos throughout these weeks. Bye.